Hello, hello, my green skins, and welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Madhouse. Welcome to us talking about Disney, us talking about a professor, and us talking about a reason why you should never go to university. But what you really should do, you know what they should do, Bob, right?
They
They
should support us if they're financially capable. Support us on Patreon. Or if you don't want to just throw dosh at us, we have merchandise. We have these cozy, comfy shirts. Do you believe in House Hippo? I believe in House Hippo.
Yeah, and even if you don't want, even if you want to believe in House of Hippo, we also have that. We have the Flying Hippo. We have the X Files. I want, Hippo. My friend didn't want to put the actual thing what we were actually trying to do, and he was like, I don't know, I don't want to get in trouble. So there we go. Yes, buy a shirt for a shirt. Support the merch. Give us our merch. Give us some more merch. Have some fun with the merch. Alrighty, boys. Now tonight we're gonna have some fun, but first, someone gave me a shout out, so we have to support that man, Moltron TV. We're gonna do a little teaser trailer of his video. Remember, not much, just a little bit, just to see what you guys think and what you guys got. The link was in the description, Bob. If you could put it up.
Oh joy.
Info. It was in
There was
info.
another.
Yeah.
Wait. You want me to look at the video or put his link in?
Put the link in. It's right underneath the thing. It's in info.
Okay.
Second one up.
I've already had it. I was confused on what your question was. That's all.
Alrighty, so let's look at Moltron. Alright, this is his thing. Alright, let's look at it now. 3, 2, 1. Hit play, Bob.
You know, sometimes I like looking at the comment sections to see what you folks are hankering for, and one game that's popped up a few times is Draken. Yeah, not sure why, it's not a particularly good game from what I hear, and hang on a minute. All of these are from the same guy. God damn it. Well, Orc Warchief Reviews, it appears your campaign has succeeded because I got a Draken review queued up for you right here. And everyone else,
I had the same reaction.
I have some things to say about this janky-ass game. First, some history. Developed by French studio Infogrames, the original Draken was released for the Amiga and Atari ST back in 1989.
Chief's heckling campaign has succeeded.
It borrowed heavily from tabletop games
Yeah,
like
now I get my hybrid ones out there.
Rule sets, damage rolls, and all that stuff.
I'm trying to get people to get this stuff.
For having one of the earliest examples of a fully explorable 3D open world. It also
my eternal goal to make my childhood everyone else's
with
problem.
A real-time log window that play-by-play
Hey, he's starting to sound like a boomer more and more.
Notice, and it wasn't long until Infogrames started farming out the ports and translations. Most of these ports were to other computers, with the Japanese X68000 and PC98 series computers getting a port, as well as the mighty MS-DOS. Yeah, this game was getting around, but the big jump over to home consoles happened back in 1991 when the Japanese developer Kemco ported Draken to the newly released Super Nintendo. And I remember it getting quite a bit of hype, because it looked like that big 3D world was making its way over as well. Hot damn. Well, that excitement dissipated pretty quickly when the game was finally released and was replaced with utter confusion. Okay, let's get a show of hands. Who remembers renting this game for your brand new Super Nintendo and popping it in and wondering what the hell is going on? While most RPGs of the time included some kind of preface or narrative kickoff, Draken had nothing. It just felt like you were wandering aimlessly without
I like
any
that image of young Chief
on
there.
What to do next or why you were dying all the time.
Yeah.
Seriously, just a lot of confusion and death. That's what most people remember. So how about we actually try and figure this thing out, yeah? Cool. Starting with the story.
Okay, we're gonna pause it here. We don't want to go too deep on the guy's stuff. Thank you so much. Check this guy out, and thank you for the shout out. That was awesome. I do appreciate that, Sky. Check this guy out. He's actually quite fun. I like his reviews. He does good reviews, solid reviews, and they always seem to be good. He's also trying to collect every Super Nintendo game for the Super Nintendo, so it's a lot of work. So check this guy out when you get a chance. This guy's awesome. There you go. Thank you so much for the shout out. And we're going to move on to the next trailer, Bob. We are looking at an official trailer for a Kickstarter to something I never thought I would ever see come back. All right, you ready?
I gotta grab that.
Okay.
I need to yoink that.
On the Monday trailers, so.
Okay. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Oh wait, that's Infographs that's the wrong trailer. Sorry. My bad. Okay. 3, 2,
Queen
1.
of the space pirates, but to some, she's the queen of the galaxy. Hello there, Tenchi fans. It's Patria Burchard, the voice of Ryoko, with another exciting announcement. Thanks to the help of our amazing backers, Armature Entertainment is launching another Kickstarter campaign to create a brand new Tenchi Muyo anime. Tenchi Galaxy
That
is the
is
spiritual
shocking.
sequel to Tenchi Universe and follows the Tenchi gang as they travel to the space pirate homeworld in search of an artifact that was stolen from Jirai. In order to get it back, they must face Nimi, the space pirate queen. What dangers await them? What connection does Nimi have to Ryoko? And whose side is Nagi on? Hiroshi Negishi, the director of Tenchi Universe, is returning to helm this special
So
project.
this is kind of crazy that they're actually bringing this. This is an ancient harem anime that a lot of people like. This launched people into anime. So it's very surprising to see that they're actually doing this.
いやー正直懐かしいですよね。日本でいうとテレビ天地無用、ネギシ版天地って言われてるんですが、多分海外だと天地ユニバースっていうタイトルでリリースされてると思うんですが、そこで出てきたキャラクターとしてナギとか要するに剣王去年っていうのが、オリジナルキャラクターとして出てるんですけど、
This was on Retro back in the day for that
Retro Crush?
Yeah, it also was on what's the name of it there? Cartoon Network's anime,
Reward
Tsunami.
tiers for the campaign
Oh, the
include
Toonami
a
stuff?
digital download,
Yep.
a physical
Yep,
Blu-ray,
this is one of the
a
physical.
unique steelbook design just for this Kickstarter campaign, and even more for the most dedicated fans. There are also more add-ons than you'll know what to do with. Sticker sheets, posters, patches, an art book, a vinyl record, and even a
I kind of want the
VHS
patches.
version for a proper
You know,
90s
I've got it the
Tenchi
same
Muyo
way.
throwback. All
Yeah,
your
yeah, the
favorite
VHS
I always like
voices are
patches.
welcome.
Look at
And
that.
the
You get
project
a
also
VHS
features
from
some
this.
newcomers to the
Okay.
franchise, including Christina V as Ayeka and HoloLive Advent's devilish diva and virtual idol Narissa Ravencroft as Risa, the space
I
pirate.
feel bad
Here to
for
say
them
a few
because
words
Ayeka had
about
passed
the
away.
project
The voice
is the
actress who did
president of
Ayeka, if I remember
AIC,
correctly.
Toru Mura.
But they got a VTuber as a voice actor.
今回このプロジェクトについてはプロデューサーをやらせていただいており
Like,
ます
look how old some of these motherfuckers
基本
are.
的に鹿島君
Yeah.
の
Crazy to see you guys like.
作った
It's
世界をこうい
It's
う
like getting
形で
Beatles back together
皆さ
now,
んの前で
like out of
紹介
nowhere.
できるというのは非常に
Like imagine if the Beatles were still alive and they all of a sudden decided
ま
to
あ
go
この
do
作
that.
品は
Or Rolling
まあ
Stones
いわ
as
ば
in.
日
I
本
was
の
gonna
アニメ
say
ーション
Chief's old friend group when he was younger.
第2ステージ、第3ステージ
No,
あたり
not
ど
that
うでしょうか。
Get all them rascals back together.
という形で
No,
オリ
no,
ジナル
no,
作
they're
品
not
という
that.
ことで世の中に出て非常に日本では大きな反響をいただきま
I
した
mean, this is apparently. Oh,
た
should
だ
be.
やはり、
this
日本のアニメーションが
that's
世
a
界
huge
中に
support
ど
in
んどん
Japan
浸透してい
too, as
く
well.
ということの中
Oh, I
で
believe it.
次のステップとしてはやはり海外
It's kind of funny, a little side tangent. Pause, Bob. Pause.
Buzzing.
Okay, so funny thing I gotta say about this. It's believed that due to piracy, I think it's like $1 trillion is lost out of anime, and anime is still a fucking multi-billion-dollar fucking industry. They believe
believe it.
they've lost up to $1 trillion to piracy since anime's become like over $1 trillion.
We're talking money that is too big for even my britches. I don't know what $1 trillion is. Is that above $1 billion?
Yes,
Okay.
significantly.
That's a lot of dosh.
It's kind of amusing if you think about it from the perspective of people buying and selling stuff. And they're honestly, I hate to say it, the industry for anime, it is bigger than Hollywood right now. I will fucking come out. I will fight me on that. Those Hollywood fanboys. I think it's bigger than Hollywood right now.
I don't think there are any fanboys for Hollywood. I'll be real. It's like, yeah, sure, you got fans of movies, and then you got fans of very specific things like Disney.
Yeah.
But I don't know anybody who's a fan of just Hollywood.
I don't think anyone's a fan of Hollywood anymore, to be honest. Like I said, we'll see what happens here. But yeah, all right, let's keep going, play.
世界をさらに大きく広げていくというのは、まあ非常に作品にとっても幸せなことだと思います。
I used to have the coins to this franchise when they re-released the OVAs. I got the special limited edition. I had the coins. I ended up selling them for like $50 a piece. All 4 coins.
今後とも応援をよろしくお願いいたします。
If this campaign is successful
Chief,
enough,
if this is
Armature
coming back,
Entertainment
you think
will
we can
work
get
with
Tank
Dura
Police
and
back by
Negation
chance?
to develop a full-fledged anime series. The
If
Carnival
they did,
has
yes,
returned.
I'd be epic. But I don't think
But
that's
how
ever going to
long is
get
it going
that
to
big.
last?
Like
That's up to
Tenchi
you.
is an
Thank you
obsession
for all your
franchise.
tremendous support.
Like this
Until next
introduced
time.
people in a way to something that most people would never ever like never would have saw anime. This one is just
fair.
yeah. All right. So next is Life of Calcium Spirit or Calcium Spirit.
Calum.
Whatever. Okay. 3, 2, 1, play.
They need milk. They need the calcium.
Yep. It looked interesting.
Wow. There's so much going on.
Like I said, it looked interesting.
It's really interesting to see the low poly 3D mixed with the pixel art.
Honestly, we haven't seen this since Xenosaga. So I'm like, okay, you got my attention. All right. Dungeon of Nox Exotica. Remember, always check out the places that we look at. If you want to have a look at stuff, Indie Games Hub, and other stuff like that, always look that stuff up. It's always good to have trailers and shit. Okay, you never know. Hello, Teddy. Welcome. All the empty worlds, yeah. Well, you're going to see some real empty worlds now. We're getting into that style of dungeon crawling that a lot of people are like, eh. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Filler episodes. I may actually buy this.
This is definitely a cheap game.
Yeah, maybe.
That rockworm looks very familiar. I like the character portraits. That was really nice.
I like this kind of dungeon master. Yeah, it's cool. I kind of like this stuff. I'm not a big fan of it, but at least it gives you a map. I'm not a fan of that, like, not having a map and draw your own map type of thing, because I've run into problems with that.
Yeah, these character portraits are really nice.
This is so DOSBox, like old school, like games like that. It's not bad. All right, so next we got one more. This game right here.
Echograph.
Echograph. You know, I said it before and I couldn't remember how to say it again. I don't know. All right. Let's go. By the way, this shocked me when I saw this. I went, wait. Somebody finally did this? We finally have an indie version to this? Okay. I was shocked by that. Hit play.
An indie version of...
An indie version. You'll find out. Hit play.
Ghost. Oh, Fatal Frame?
Fatal Frame, yeah.
There's something about this old school 3D style. It's so uncanny. I love it.
Yeah.
Like when the little goblin gremlin dudes like crawling at you on all fours. Just how uncanny that gate is. You can't really do that with like the hyper realistic graphics. You can only get that with something that's low poly. I love it.
Yeah. So let us get to our fun tonight. The first story. We don't have lots of stories tonight. We have stuff to talk about, but we don't have lots of stories. We have one big story that's still kind of going on. So it's nice to know. You know, I hate to say it. World, stop proving me right. Because when I get proven right, the cat gets angry at us. We don't want the cat angry at us. Look, he's ready to kill. We don't want the cat angry at us, boys and girls, because when I say stuff like when I make that bloated, oh, universities are absolutely useless. We don't fucking need them. We need this. We need that. That shit is like, that's me being a kind of a prick to the fact that I feel that a lot of universities are like, people are going into university and what are they coming out with? Are you coming out with an active job skill? Well,
they're coming out with a debt.
Yeah. You're coming out with an insane debt, and some of these debts are like brutal to people. Like I've had friends
astronomical.
Of mine. Yeah,
the scary part is, I looked into some of the debts, or like what would you say? It's like the scholarships or whatnot.
Yeah.
Whenever I was coming of that age where it's like you got to plan for college or whatnot, later high school, they have percentile plans like it's a fucking car payment.
Yep. It's literally like, and you figure when you get into something like Cambridge, which is the big buyer, the big spender, that's the one that costs the most money. You figure that would be the one you do not want to have a situation where, oh, it's full of shit. Well, it looks like they had a guy full of shit there.
It is done and dusted. Unfortunately, say goodbye to your degree.
Yeah, this guy. Okay, the thing that drove me nuts about this. Okay, we have a professor. We're just gonna call him the professor. We can't really give him. We don't want to give him his actual name because the guy unfortunately did kill himself. So
yeah,
you have to be tactful.
Our hearts out to the family.
Yes, the family. This guy had
because that's the real people that get affected when someone self deletes. It's all the loved ones that are left behind.
Yeah. Like his family. And I do say this with all sincerity. Yeah, I do give condolences to the family. This guy's a piece of shit, but condolences to the family because this guy was a dirtbag. That's kind of how I look at this guy. So, give his name up. We're only gonna name him once. I don't want a guy to kind of go too deep on this prick.
Oh, you want me to give the 411?
Yeah, give the name out, and then we'll get to this individual.
You've probably seen it all over your feeds, ladies and gentlemen. We're definitely not the first nor the last to talk about this. Nope. Jason Arlen.
Arlen, yeah. So this Mr. Arlen had quite a lot of magical claims. By the way, his book is coming out, apparently.
I want to read that book.
Multi-million-dollar book that he got to Cambridge.
But multi-million? Like, I got to fork over $1 million to buy this copy?
No. They gave him $1 million to write a book.
There still has to be a puppet master, all right? I refuse to believe that there isn't somebody pulling strings here.
You know what my opinion is? My opinion was this. My opinion is this. Someone wanted to have that special point system. We all talk about it. We're all aware of it. We've all had the conversations. Everyone's kind of brought up the main reason this guy got hired.
Yeah.
He checked a lot of boxes on that little DEI stuff that some people don't want to talk about. And normally on this channel, we wouldn't talk about it, unless it was something pop culture variable. But this was somebody who definitely kind of had an interesting life, according to him, although completely full of shit in actuality. This individual had the fun that was apparently being autistic up to, what was it, and not speaking for how long was it?
I believe it was that he didn't learn English. He only spoke through sign language until he was 8.
8. By the way, complete lie, because someone actually came on and went, no, he's a liar. So outright blown away in 5 seconds for that one. Then
I say just load up the game of Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Boom. No dogs laughing today.
No. Unfortunately, gotta watch the pungs because they kind of lead to something else. But we'll try. We'll try.
Well, no, it's like the ducks are the lies. I'm sure people get the metaphor. It's like there's one out of the air, there's another out of the air.
This is a sailor and a jackass, so this will be a very interesting conversation. It's trying to be tactful. This will be fun. So next on the docket.
Oh yeah, you can be tactful by explaining yourself.
Yeah. So not only did he have multiple cancers and cured them.
2 of note. One was testicular, and then later down the line, he apparently had brain cancer.
Yep.
No mention if they were cured or not. As far as I've been able to find, I guess he just dealt with his ailments.
Yeah, apparently. No one knows exactly what's going on there, but no, we can't seem to figure that one out. But he apparently had multiple cancers. And boy, howdy did those cancers, but he seemed to magically get cured, and there's no evidence of a doctor or anybody being involved.
No doctors, no recovery period. Like normally people take a vacation for recovery periods after surgery.
Yeah.
And the family would know about it. It's like, why wouldn't you tell your mom and dad? It's like, hey, I just got done with surgery. I'm in this hospital. I'm just calling you to tell you I'm safe.
Yeah, unless you're messed up like my family. They didn't even know I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, but but that's just me.
Oh, what the hell, man? You could have called me. I'm like your brother.
Didn't know you at the time.
Fair.
Yeah, no, I never told my family about the slip disc of the car accident that day. That was I was just crippled. Still get twitches. Still get weird twitches after that. Next, you have yourself a fun that is Jesus hell. Okay, so apparently he had the Olympic flame.
In 2012 London Olympics.
Yeah. See, this is where I'm starting to wonder. This guy.
This is why I want to know who the puppet master is.
Yep.
You don't just set up a random guy for the torch. Normally you'd get a retired athlete or a medium to well-known athlete to run the torch, like a track star.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy was playing. I think this guy's been playing the long con for all the way up to this. Like that right there floored me when we found out he had that. Then
The scary
his
part is he looks almost identical to the modern self. Same hairstyle.
Yeah, which is funny because they like a lot of people were looking him up, and he said he used to have a big afro back in the day. This
I think
guy,
they confused the fro for his bun. Like sometimes he would take his dreads and make a bun out of them.
no, apparently he had afro when he was a kid. Next is he. What was another famous thing he did?
Plagiarism.
The plagiarism. Well, the plagiarism. That's not even, dude. That's just one small. That's the small lie. Think about that. The plagiarism is the small lie.
It's that small lie that got him into the big position.
Yeah.
From there, it's a domino effect.
Yep, he used Chat DBC and others. Chat GBT, GBC.
GBT.
Yeah, I said, yeah. This guy floored me on this one. This one to me went, really? So, there's that. There's when reporter started looking into this guy, he called the cops and said, "Whoa, racism," which made me wonder, interesting.
I was gonna say, I know reporters are parasites, but normally those with a high ego like getting interviews, right?
No, I'm
not saying the guy has a high ego, but it's like if you're this positive of a figure, this well-renowned, normally the media would be on your side.
Yeah, like the thing about it is, like I said, this was all to, like, again, his apparently miracle runs, 32 marathons and a broken leg. Yeah, not happening.
Oh, the last 6 he did with a broken leg.
Yeah, 6, but that's still.
I am surprised he's able to walk and the leg is not mangled.
Dude, I know. I have a buddy who does marathons on occasion, like on once or twice on occasion. The next day, when he's done everything, and he goes and lays down for bed, he puts himself in a hammock and he keeps all the food. He literally walks in, food, water, and a fucking piss cup and a piss thing, because he knows he is going to be so fucked up for the next 24 hours. Like, that will mess you up for the rest of your life. Like that. People can get messed up with some of these big, long marathons. You can only imagine how rough that was. Then add in the fun of...
It was kind of funny. I was able to add 2 and 2 together. It's like, after a marathon, the next day you're going to shut down. Yeah, your body's like, nah, Busta, hit the bricks. I ain't going nowhere.
This is, like I said, I have a buddy who's done it. And when his very first marathon, his exact thing was, he said to me, and it still happens to him. It's not as bad as it was before, because his body got, he got more fit. But his very first marathon, he remembers waking up and almost like crying because he couldn't get out of bed. Like, he crawled to the bathroom and barely made it. So he got like.
And I know marathoners, they also get the Hershey's. The Hershey Flow.
Oh, dude!
But you got to keep running.
Yeah, no, this guy was so fucked up after. Like he said, he was so fucked up after the couple of marathons. He's done it a couple times now, and he says it's one of the hardest things. He likes it because of the high and the, especially like he never gets anywhere, but he still like likes it for what it is. And he says it's brutal. It really does fuck you up.
I'm familiar with the runner's high. It is a heavenly feeling. But just like every high that you get, that come down, oof. It's awful. It is awful.
Yeah, it kicks you in the teeth. So this guy is like, so this guy's like, 32 in a marathon every day. Come on, really? And then he gets
for a month.
Yeah. 32 of them. Like, come on, that's bullshit. Then you get like his apparent water treatment stuff and $5 million, which wasn't anything. like I could keep going. Like the false accusations that when stuff started going bad for him, he started saying all this bad stuff was happening, and there's no evidence of that.
Yep. Like the pig's head that we talked about yesterday, and apparently some bullets in the mail were sent to his family. A reporter interviewed the family, and they're like, no. We don't know what he's talking about. We never received anything like that.
And to the family, smart. Very, very smart. So overall, if you want to get into this other guy's stuff, keep listing off stuff. I'll bring you right back. Yeah.
I'm about to say, I understand you give me the reins, but so we talked about the big majority of everything that led up to the point. My real question is, like, what do you think the fallout's going to be? Because from the sources I've been able to find with, like, relating to coroner's notes and all that, it was a self-deletion. You know, Control-Alt-Delete. I'm still suspicious about it. Is like, did all the lies catch up to him, or did the puppet master give the guy an ultimatum? Now I know there's a little bit of a tinfoil hat thing going down. I get it.
I'm not suspicious of it because, in all intents and purposes, you know, he still gets that he still gets that multi-million-dollar book deal. He still gets all this stuff, goes to his family. You can't, you know, and like I said, all that would have ended up in the hands of everyone he fucking schneiced when they all sued his ass. I had to check the filter. The filter's fine.
Yeah, that is true, because that would be a massive civil suit. That'd be both, professors and students of the establishment.
Yep. And multiple universities. Like this, if I was like, I'll be perfectly honest. If I was in his class and I graduated, my ass would be forcing him into. I'd be suing not only him, but I'd be suing Cambridge as well. Oh,
yeah, I would too.
Fucking.
And it's like the only way Cambridge is going to be able to settle this, because you know the money you give to the establishment is pretty much already spent. Yeah. The only way they're going to be able to settle this isn't with money. It's with, okay, you guys can retake your same courses at zero charge. That's the only way they could fix the situation. That's all they can do.
I don't.
They're screwed.
Yeah, they're screwed. Like this is like, if I was a lawsuit right now, this would be a big fucking lawsuit. So, in my personal opinion, I think he's screwed. I think he realized that they were going to come after him for everything. And so he fucking, you know, well, they can't come after him now. They can't come after the family. At least the family gets everything. But like I said, after the Olympics thing, I guarantee you, we're going to find, like, this guy has been lying and lying and lying his ass off through everything. And literally, he won through lying. From a gentleman in a robe fucking standpoint, I mean, he took them to fucking town, and he fucking, like, that to me, from like that rogue aspect, like that.
I'd say save the quarter. This man just took you to the fucking cleaners.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. His lectures were shit from. Oh, I can actually outright. Yeah, his lectures were shit because guess what?
You were able to watch some of them?
Yeah. I was able to watch one. It's shit.
Were they really? Okay, go ahead. Tell me. It
was the equivalent of, you know, whoa racism bad, whoa racism, and then that's all I got. And then there was a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. Would be the best way of saying this guy.
Nothing relating to health whatsoever, because that's what he was there for. He was for like physical education and nutrition.
No. He taught racial shit. That was basically his thing. He spent the entire time talking racial shit. That was his nosh.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I will have to give him props though. He played that fucking fiddle and he played it good.
Yep. No, you can't. I can't deny he
He saw the way the water was flowing and flowed with the river. All right, it's like shit.
Yeah.
If I was in his position, I may do the same damn thing.
He was a nobody, probably just be a teacher, and that's it. He would have been a nobody teacher, but yet he was able to play it, and he played it for a long time. So
doing it well.
yeah, what can I say? Guy fucking sold the bar, man. All right, so last on the docket before we get to the game, we might end early. That's how fast we're going today. Because there wasn't much on my end. I was like looking, I was like, fuck, do I really want to talk about the ChatGPT thing? Nah. Do I really want to talk about this? Nah. Do I really want to talk about that? Nah. All right, we are going to be talking about When You Wish Upon a Star.
Da, 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 da.
We talk about Disney's D23, the Disney announcements that came out this year. Half of them,
No, not half.
of them.
86% of that entire list were remakes or rehashings.
Yeah.
The other percent was actually like a new product. In fact, 3 out of the total 20 something, out of the all 23, 3 of them were genuine new products and were not rehashes.
Exactly. Can we be honest, chat?
That's-
This was. Let's break it down. We're going to be at this for a little bit, but let's break it down.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna pick the 2 I actually am interested in, and we'll list those 2 off. There are 2 I am interested in. One is the Kingdom Hearts anime. I'm kind of interested in that one.
Ew.
The other one, the reason I'm interested is because I'm interested to see how they plan on doing this.
You want to see the train wreck in progress? Gotcha.
Yeah. I want to see how they play this because this would be an interesting idea. The other big one. Speaking about that, Kingdom Hearts was announced. We have an official Kingdom Hearts, like it's coming. The next one on the docket is Incredibles 3. I'm always going to be a little interested in the Incredibles franchise. I think it's an underrated franchise that deserved a TV show, personally. Like, I was pissed off we never got that TV show.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Is after the first movie, which was like what, back in 2007?
Yeah, we got big.
And then they come out with a new one right as, I guess you'd say, the copyright is about to run out.
Yep.
And it's like, man, instead of making a second one, or if you are going to make a second one, make a TV show after it. Line that shit up because people still love The Incredibles.
Yeah. Like Big Hero, and also like Big Hero 6. I think even Big Hero 6 got a cartoon for got a series. It's like Disney did not. For some reason, Incredibles is just never touched. To me, this was the first time I was actually interested in a comic book, something that wasn't part of the main big 4. That was comic book.
It has 2 factors that are, I guess you'd say, almost entwined in Americana. It has like the traditional family, and it has like good family values, but it's also superheroes. And it's like, how is that not the most Americana thing you have? It's the superhero family.
Yeah, I was super stoked. I'm like, okay, those are the 2 things. But okay, so any ones you want to bring up, Bob?
Gato.
Okay, Gato, yeah.
Because it's something new. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's legit the only reason. It's something that's actually fresh.
Mm-hmm. I said it once and I'll say it again. What does Bob's generation have, or the new generation coming up?
How about you say it's just a bunch of rehashes and remakes? Because my generation, if they were lucky, if they had siblings or a family that wasn't immediately in their 20s, you would have old VHSs of all the classic Disney cartoons, the old Pinocchio, You had the old what Mickey's wearing right now. Was it the Fantasia?
Yep.
Where he's messing with the mops and shit.
Yep.
You had all the old VHSs if you grew up like I did.
Yeah, exactly. So no, we got very little to anything. Like we really, really did, and that's kind of funny that we didn't get this big.
I have a perfect reflection. My nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
I have that perfect reflection of like what the next generation is going to be dealing with.
They're going to be dealing with anime.
Ironically, well, yes, but that's also because they're getting a little older. You know, they're not like tots or kids, even though I still see them as like that little baby.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I really am an uncle. It's like, man, I remember when he was just like, a foot tall.
Bob. Wait until you wake up and every day it's ow.
I already do that. But that one's thanks to the Navy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I already wake up in pain. Back pain, specifically.
Yeah, I know.
But, what was it? But the first things they were introduced to, if I am not mistaken, when it came to a Disney product, it was obviously Frozen and Moana.
Yeah, exactly.
Those were the big ones, because the eldest, I'm trying to think, like, what was the Disney movie that he was into? He was mostly into music and TV shows at the time. He used to watch Yo Gabba Gabba, and his favorite song at the time was What Does the Fox Say? I was like, okay, it's something that a kid's gonna like. It was like 7, maybe 5. Yeah. He was a little one.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to think, like, what was the big Disney movie at the time? But yeah, for my nieces, it was Frozen and Moana 24/7.
Yeah. Kind of funny if you think about it.
I think Moana's like just Moana 1 is solid on its own.
That's the problem with the Moana. I think Moana was good where it was, and I think them constantly adding more flavor, adding more and more and more, was a
like now she has a little sister. Everything's going down to like the younger and younger generations. It's like, oh, she has a little sister now, but why?
Yeah, well, even that, like Lilo and Stitch, for a good example. I have heard many people say that Lilo and Stitch should have stayed with one movie. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, should have started with just the one movie, the animated movie, followed by the TV series.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with Little Mermaid, man. That fucking thing went everywhere. Like, goddamn, there's like multiple animated movies, and like Disney will run stuff into the ground. Like no one.
They like
cares.
doing that.
Yeah, no one cares about Peter Pan 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Well, where Peter Pan's like in his 40s.
Probably some guys on DeviantArt.
Pinocchio has been converted into pseudo-anime. If we're gonna take first, Disney doesn't own Pinocchio. That was a myth from what, Germany or Sweden? Not Sweden, Switzerland.
Brothers Grimm that they got that from somewhere in Germany, if I remember correctly.
Okay, because I was thinking it was either German, Dutch, or Swiss.
Yeah.
Either way, Liza P is the closest thing we're getting to like an anime Pinocchio.
Yeah. Well, we have an anime Pinocchio. It's just you've probably never seen it. It's like super old. Okay, so
that is fair. But yeah, Disney has this habit of sitting on things. Like, what was that one show that was like, it was a live action, started in 1995, and they're like, oh yeah, we're bringing it back now.
Yeah.
It was on this D23 list.
I can't remember the name. You'll have to bring it to. You'll have to remind me.
I'm pulling up the Googles.
Okay.
I'm all right.
Okay.
Get on here.
So we also have Frozen 3, which, I'm not sure. I know people are gonna love it. People are gonna be losing their minds over Frozen 3, man. Holy crap, are people gonna be losing their minds? Yeah, Frozen 3 is definitely on that list. Then you have what's the name of that freaking movie now? The one with the guitarist, the kid.
Coco.
Coco 2, which I don't. Why a Coco 2? Did Coco 1 kind of fix Coco? Why did we need to do a Coco 2 or Coco 3? Like, do we really need to add more to Coco? Zootopia 3. Again, why? Like, the funny thing about Zootopia, I've said to my friend, you know what they should have done with Zootopia? Cartoon, TV show. You make that a TV show and you just leave it at the TV show. That's it.
Yep.
You have a perfect fucking thing.
Princess Diaries 3.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
no, that wasn't the show, but that one is one of them that's coming back. Trying to find it. I'm looking for it.
It's a
Not Ghost
super
Market.
girl. It's super girl power. That's the best way to put it. It's girl power on the top power. It's girl
Now,
power.
I know my siblings are probably bound to watch the Bluey movie. You know, the ones with the nieces and nephews. Because the youngest one really likes Bluey.
Oh, my condolences. Well, at least it isn't Peppa Pig. At least it isn't Caillou.
Hey, at least it's not another Ice Age, because we got Ice Age Boiling Point.
Yeah, like, and also you have Peppa Pig. Like, don't get me on start on how bad. Caillou and Peppa Pig, you know, both, you know, crimes against cartoons.
Yeah, Romy and Michelle.
Yeah.
Their sequel to the 1997 Romy and Michelle high school reunion.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of.
I have no idea what the fuck that is, so I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to.
Lisa Kudrow and Mira Sorvino.
Again, I have no idea what the fuck that is. Like, I don't know. It's just like, you know, I didn't watch everything.
It looks like some girly nonsense, I'll be honest, because according to the pair, Romy and Michelle still own their Beverly Hills boutique and are now on the hunt for their true love.
Okay.
That sounds like some nonsense.
Okay, and around the 90s, at that point, I was watching people getting cut in half by giant chainsaws from an anime character with a giant chainsaw, or a guy hiding grenades on his pubes and banging on the hook.
Oh yeah, and don't forget the guy with stone flesh tearing a dude's arms off, and as the ninja girl runs away, he's just drinking the blood pouring out of his arm, looking at her.
Yeah.
Fucking Ninja Scroll went hard.
Guys, I was of the era of like extreme violence, and like by the time half these shows, I would watch them because I'd be over at a friend's house, or I'd be over at my one of my ex's house, and I'd like, you know, they would always have a sibling, and I'd look over and the sibling would be watching something. I'd be like, oh, what am I doing here?
Dude, Tessai was a fucking monster.
Yeah,
and I think another reason I like Tessai from Ninja Scroll is his character design is very recognizable. You know it's him.
Yep.
And that's one of the hardest things to do nowadays is create a character design that doesn't look like another character. Like trying to make your own mark.
So what else do we have coming out? That's oh, we have the Oswell miniseries, which might actually be interesting. I'm interested to see what they do with that.
Yeah. The old Oswald.
Yeah.
There's Star Wars Starfighter. There's also that. Go ahead.
There are so many people that have said the same thing to me every fucking time. Like
yeah.
Oh, new Marvel.
Unless you're a Disney fan.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's paying attention to the new Star Wars stuff. You just stick with the old and true.
The only thing people are paying attention to from our perspective is the anime.
That is true. Yes. I do look forward to that anime series. Once again, Thank you, Disney, for giving it to the Japanese. They know what to do with things.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're doing. And I'm not even mad at the girl who has the magical girl X-Wing transformation. I'm not even mad at that.
Yeah. Yeah, so is there anything else you want to add to this docket? Because, like, as far as I'm concerned, I look at it like this when it comes to this. It's like, okay, my friend made the joke. Okay, Disney fans gonna like, Disney fans gonna like, Rule 34 is gonna like, Rule 34 is gonna like. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, like Zootopia 3.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you. If I didn't have to get Disney Plus, I'd probably watch Zootopia 2 and Zootopia 3. Just to see what the fuck they do with the series. Hopefully it won't be like Reacher.
No. What my suggestion?
Because Reacher starts off so solid and then tanks.
Dude, it's very similar to The Boys. The Boys is very similar to that. It is like let's be honest. We're looking at this from this perspective, but I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of this stuff that we're looking at. There we go.
If you have certain themes, like Conan the Adventurer. If you have themes, the only reason he gets involved is one of two things. Something of ill has happened and he needs to fix it. Or he does it for a woman.
Yep.
That's usually the two things Conan does something.
Yeah. Oh, that's about right. Oh, excuse me. Yawn City here now.
It's like, what is it? A snake demon of Set has been released upon the good people of Mitra. Conan's like, yeah, okay, I'll get rid of this demon if you pay me in wine and women.
Yeah, that's about right. So, speaking about right, we're going to do some Quasimorph as we talk about some stuff. We have some fun. I actually got through everything tonight, real quick. So, this might be a quick one. We might even end a little early because we burned through this fast. Holy shit.
I could see my siblings being dragged along to Frozen 3 because the nieces are going to bother them. One of my nieces is an absolute diva. She got into ballet, was a diva ever since.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was gymnast for one of my friend's kids. Once she got into gymnastics,
it started with gymnastics and then she got into ballet.
Yeah, she got into gymnastics and became a problem. There we go. All right, we're going to continue our Quasimorph adventure. So tonight, I believe we were going to talk about. I'm just going to do the concourse. Well, you know what? We're going to move on from this zone. I think this zone's kind of picked out. I can't see anything that we're. Yeah. Oh, come on, wake up. I don't know why I'm so tired. Okay, we're gonna go to Venus and see what we can find in at the fun that is Venus. Let's start our travel.
Venus, cut from the tip of Zeus's penis.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so next on the docket. Well, we're actually going to talk about a little thing. We might as well, because we never did get the D&D stuff out. I'm going to give Bob the D&D stuff that we're working on right now.
Yes, this is something that I can get excited over.
Okay.
Because I like world building.
Okay, so the place you are going to, I got the map right here.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking like talking about how banditry and all that works. The inner workings of a fantasy system.
I'm actually going to talk about the location you're going to.
Okay. Well,
Blackwall Orphanage. I was actually going to go through my lore notes. So you had the lore information.
Okay.
Like my chair, like a fucking. I gotta get a new chair. This fucking thing, right?
Hey man, don't be talking bad to the chair. It can relate to you.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So
I could hear the chair screaming, "Help me! It's too heavy!"
sad thing is that it's just this chair. This chair is ancient. I've had this chair for.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, I literally had this chair for a while now. Okay. Let's give me a gun here. But no, okay, so the orphanage itself. Let's get to talking about this orphanage. Blackwall Orphanage. I have sent the map. I was going to put the map up tonight, but I figured I'm not going to. Because I figured, I'm going to just talk about this, so it's not like it's a big deal. Okay. Now, the funny thing about Blackwall Orphanage is it really wasn't an orphanage originally. What it was originally was a... Oh, this is a better gun. What it was originally a cloister for military person, for like people studying in the arts. The youth would, come here to learn how to train, how to fight. They would get that basic training that kids would get during this period of their lives, where they would start to, earn that peace, where they'd start working on themselves, building themselves up, building their own, getting their licks in before they.
About to say, Chief, you can call it boot camp. It's okay.
It's not boot camp, because calling it boot camp is not what it was. It was more along the lines of, if you were to actually put it into words, it would be very similar to a military school.
Fucking ROTC. I saw a motherfucker trying to get a veterans discount, and the lady asked, "Oh, what branch?" He said ROTC.
They don't get the veterans discount as well?
No. You have to serve to get the veterans discount. You have to be in one of the branches of the armed forces for at least 2 years to get veteran status.
Okay. So.
And have honorable discharge.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't have dishonorable. Anything above dishonorable, you're fine. But
Okay.
you can't be like serving for 5 years, then get busted on drug charges, and get a dishonorable discharge and still get a veterans benefit. No, that's not how that works.
Okay. Oh, I gotta start. Okay, I'm gonna have to start tearing some ammo apart. That's what that just said to me.
A common one, if you're medically discharged, not in the line of duty or something like that, you'll have honorable or general under honorable terms. Those are usually the two main discharges that you'd get if it's like, some medical discharge, like a workplace accident or whatnot.
Okay. All right, so I didn't know that. So that's something I didn't know what people get exactly. So.
Yeah, no problem. Most people don't ask that question. Just like, okay, well, time came up and yeah.
Okay.
But
right,
you're saying this building is kind of like an ROTC. It's just more or less a dojo, I guess you'd say.
A former ROTC. It was actually, most of the time, this was for youth. It was meant for nobility to drop their kids off. They would get their stable thing, and they would get the lesser training that would be found. Well, it's exactly what it was.
I'm laughing because it's like, yeah, that's so real. That's so real. The bougie nobles dropping off their son at this place. Meanwhile, while he's there, he's like, "Oh, I'm the son of Sir Florence."
Oh yeah, that was a constant. That was a constant in their life of the training. They had a lot of kids that were like that. You had a lot of dick children that were, probably shouldn't have been there the way they were, but they were there, and they weren't really training as you would have a normal training regiment for most kids. Most of these kids, you figure these kids would have a big, would have more of a say and more of a matter. It really wasn't that good for these children when it came up to certain things. Certain things these kids were put into were, a lot of harsh training after the fact. Like this was where a group of knights. This was more of a knight thing where it was a gentleman. Bobby went. I went to this place to get my first licks in of like training, and originally it's not a huge in a sense. What some areas portrayed in this place do make sense. For example, number 1 on the map, if you were to look on our map, that's a training hall. Number 2 is your feasting area. Number 3 is number 2 is the feasting. Number 3 is where they had the cooks and stuff. Number 4 is where the bathrooms are. So you had a lot of training stuff, and a lot of the things here they were forced to. They weren't just people weren't just on the side. Kids were forced to cook, clean for themselves. This was all about them learning to become something more. And oh boy, if you didn't learn, you got schooled real fast. So they had a lot of stuff where kids were, you had to do the training. You had to get the best of stuff. You had to. If you didn't do what they wanted, they were not afraid to be like, oh, you know what, your dad's going to be really ashamed of how you are acting today, and they would force these kids into a lot of harsh and very violent training. This was a constant in their society. So this became a problem with their schools. A lot of this time, this became a problem in general with this organization. This school ended up being defunct and then turned into an actual clericsy. So it became a pure clericsy. So this is where monks would come here and priests would come here to get there before they got sent off. Then from there, it became an orphanage. The orphanage is the most recent thing that this place has been. Any questions?
No, only a claim, and people wonder how places become haunted. And it's just like, this one building already has so much history. Now imagine all the other buildings. They likely have their own history.
Yeah. Yeah, this place has a massive history of multiple places and stuff that was going on.
Yes, good old stuff and things.
Yep. Citizen X. You know what? We're gonna join Citizen X. We got gear, we got equipment. Let's start that mission. All right. So, as a whole, this became a problem for a lot of people when everything kind of broke out. The orphanage was doing good until they had this mother that was there, a priestess of Unduin, the goddess of fertility and stuff. So she was doing really good in the back then. Like everything was fine, but then shit just kind of got worse and worse as the school, as this orphanage just kind of got under new people afterwards. Like the church was originally going to send somebody here, but then someone bought the land and actually took the land from the church. And that's when the shit got real. And boy howdy did that shit get real. They had a lot of problems with what was going on with the school. And people just got kind of worse as time went on. There was a lot of violence. fighting and stuff, and then again the slavery stuff that ended up being found out. So now the school is basically been left abandoned. There's nobody there. Any questions?
Nope. I ain't got any questions. It's like the place has been abandoned. It's like, okay, this is the typical spiel. Carry on.
So, as the story goes, it's not that the place is like there's going to be probably other people moving into here eventually, but no, this place had a lot of slavery going on. Now the reports incorporate that you had multiple students. We'll grab some human flesh. You never know. Flesh is always good. There was multiple things going on in the schools, and there were like ultimate problems that were constantly kicking off. So now you have a group of students that just a lot of people just went missing. There was a huge group of kids that went missing. Now basically after this, the report signs off that they found the slave routes and they got rid of a couple of kids, because they actually, when they came here, they legitimately found out where the like this orphanage, like they found out that where the kids were missing. There was a lot of information of how many kids were missing. They also found something that no one can seem to figure out where it came from, is a symbol. The symbol is a trident, but it's a trident that's upside down. So no one can figure this out.
They sure it's a trident and not a fork?
It looks like a trident.
I'm gonna say a pitchfork can be turned upside down too.
Yeah, it looks like a trident. That's what the repeats are. Some people believe it's something. There's been a theory that this might be something called the Serpent Riders. That's been screaming and echoing the last couple years.
What a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ride that serpent.
So this organization has had what?
Nothing. Just that silence, and you're like, okay, I'm moving on. I know the name's stupid, but okay.
Well, I already explained to you what the Super Serpent Riders were. I explained that this was something based off of the famous the game Hexen and Heretic. That's the name of the. That's the name of the famous.
Okay, I'm gonna say the last conversation I remember was we were talking about a strip club and how the color grain fixes when you walk into the strip club. So Serpent Riders strip club. Serpent Riders strip club. It's all coming together. You want to move on now?
No, do you want to ask any other questions? Because, like I said, this is
no. I don't have any more questions relating to the Serpent Riders, which, if I'm not mistaken, is like some mercenary group. I know I'm gonna probably constantly make fun. It's like, they're riding serpents, huh? But aren't they like dragon riders or ride wyverns or some shit?
I can't say what they are.
Okay.
When you find out what they actually are, you're going to be a lot more.
Oh my god! It's the naked streak all over again.
I haven't used him in forever.
My character is gonna get trauma after we took out the naked streak, and now it's just a bunch of buff dudes wearing speedos with serpent riders. No, not you again. No.
I thought this would be worse than we had. No, we actually had this was good. This was a solid little mission. It was fast. It was actually faster than I thought.
Nothing messes with, Bob Brenton more than, I guess you'd say, a almost naked guy covered in oil. It's like he's been able to handle everything else before just fine, well enough. He's taken out ghouls, he's taken out the mimics with his crew and all that shit, but the moment a half-naked man rolls up to him, he just cannot fucking hit him.
Yeah, I gotcha.
That magical oil.
This guy is actually going to be a fun little problem for a lot of you. Like, I actually think this guy will actually be interesting for the party because going here, you're going to have a lot of stuff. So there's a small little town, and it's nothing to note except for one place, and one place in that small little town, except for what was actually originally here. Back in the day, they did have a horse stables here and a horse riding stuff for training, like the riding for training. That stables has long since been gone. Like it's been abandoned. But what's still here is a large tavern. And the tavern is the tavern of, it's called Thor's, it's referred to as Thor's Last Drink.
Not a bad tavern name, honestly.
Yep. Well, thank you.
Normally, I'd come up with something where it's like a bar and eatery. It'd be the best worst.
No,
but worst spelled like the sausage. So the best worst.
It actually is a well-known and famous eatery for the fact that the legend goes that Thor actually had he came there one day after there's a huge fight against a troll that was constantly terrorizing this place. Thor showed up, killed the troll, then apparently drank. So now they have a flagon that hangs off the roof of this place that always sits there with alcohol in it, and it's Thor's alcohol. So every day they fill this hanging flagon full of alcohol.
Neat.
And if anybody accidentally spills the flagon, they have to actually pay for everyone's drink at the hall.
Good tradition. I like that.
I got a lot of work on it to do. Like, there's a lot to do. Like, that took me a while to get. Like, the map is actually based off a real tavern. I need to get that tavern, and so see if I can get an actual floor plan for it, because it's actually based off a real tavern.
It's weird whenever I think of adventuring taverns or taverns in general. I don't think of people that look like adventurers in them. I always think of that, I guess you'd say that Irish stereotype, the guy's wearing a flat cap with a button-down shirt, rolled-up sleeves, suspenders, and he has the meanest fucking forearms you ever seen. You do not want to get punched by this guy.
Yeah.
I always think when I think tavern, I think that dude. That's a guy who just goes there. That's his home now.
And some guys that is actually legitimately how they live.
Yeah, I remember seeing a joke about where all the Irish retirees go.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll even do it no matter the weather. There was one time there was a flooding happening, and it's up to just below your knee deep in water, and these guys are coming out with rain boots, still drinking. It's a bunch of fucking old dudes just hanging out.
Oh, that's the way to go about it, man.
As respect. Mad respect.
Yeah, agreed.
I always love that Irish look. What I was talking about with the button downs, rolled up sleeves, suspenders, flat cap. Love that look. Can we bring that back? Let's bring that back. Let's bring back the dapper era, where guys actually looked good.
Yeah, I like you. I don't wear them now. Fuck that shit. I'm not spending the money.
Well, understandably so, but nowadays it's a luxury to be in that. But it's no, that was average clothes back in the era. And sometimes, hell, you'd have a vest with a button-up shirt back in the Great Depression, and that's the rags that you had because you had to get a job for the day in order to put food on the table.
Oh, my ass, I don't deny that my ass wears shit clothes compared to what I should be wearing. Because I would love to wear clothes that's actually valuable, but it's like my thought process is always going to be fuck spending the big bucks on stuff. Like I hate spending serious money on equipment now because money shit's just so expensive nowadays for clothes.
Button-down shirts do not look the same. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they're made of a different, more delicate material or something for the luxury. It's like, no, I don't want that. I want a shirt of roughly the same material, but have it be a nice button down like they had back in the era. I don't care if it's made of rough canvas. It's like the nicest thing I have will probably be my hat and the vest I'm wearing with it, made out of tweed.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, hell, Fallen Aces, the way that guy's dressed.
Yep.
And I've also been a fan of the Age of Sail Conquistador kind of dress that they have, where they have the loose-fitting shirts. It's like, those shirts look comfortable. They look really comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the certain shirts, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Oh yeah, it's just the shirt that you'd have in the era. The only thing that secures it is, besides your belt, is the little, what is it, leather string up where the collar is, just to cinch it up a little tighter.
Well, I like the big poofy pants. I miss the poofy pants. With
the poofy pants.
Yeah, I like that. I like the idea of those big poofy pants. Like I said, I don't buy good looking clothes. I wear joggers everywhere I go. And my friends are like, oh, you wear joggers everywhere. Like, you should actually buy some nice clothes. It's like, yeah, but
these are nice. They feel nice. It's been a style I've always liked, was the poofy pants that are usually secured at either the ankle or right at the shin. You know, like the Hollywood stereotype ninja pants, where usually it's like a shin guard that brings that poofiness together. I like that. I always like that look.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the only people that wear poofy pants are stage actors, like clowns and stuff.
Mm.
I kind of envy them, I ain't gonna lie.
See, my thing is I want guys who, you know, I like the idea of just wearing nice clothes, man. But I'm not spending the cash that they want. Like, they want a lot of money for fucking, you know, nothing. In my personal opinion.
They're all created in the same shop.
Yeah.
Mass produced, and yet they still charge a premium for it. Get out of here. It's the same thing for a suit. Like a tuxedo or a suit. And it's like, nowadays you got to do rentals because they realized they upcharged it to such a degree and it's in such demand. It's like the only reason I'll ever get mad at the market is shit like that. Another reason why I never went to prom. I ain't renting a suit. And even if I'm not renting a suit, what's the point of going to prom? Old man bugged me about that when it was my time to go. And it's like, Dad, I'm not there to fornicate or be romantical with anybody. I'm there to learn. The same way you go to your job site not to fall in love with somebody, you do there to get a job done. My job is learning and getting good grades. That's it.
Yep. No, well, mine was to be a complete horn dog, but that was, you know, childhood, teenagers, them hormones, holy fuck, them hormones. Oh wow, there's like no gear here. This is gonna be a rough one, isn't it? Like, we have a conquest to do. Oh, this is gonna be rough. We're getting into those cultists, and they already have a grasp. And the first thing they have in here is fucking torture devices. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun location to look into.
I never understood why cultists have torture devices.
Well, for this place, makes total sense.
Wait, is it like a cult of pain?
No, yeah, people transform into shit when they have the cult.
Okay.
Yeah. Mutation is not an uncommon thing. Like, look at this shit. I am unloading round after round on mutant monsters, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, I'm just gonna reload and fucking get the fuck out of here, because that was a lot of monster.
The only real benefit is at least they're approaching you from a hallway, so you have a fatal funnel to work with. Though that's also a double-edged sword.
Yeah. Oh, I can't even, dude. This thing is so fucked. This gun is so fucked up. I can't even reload it. Like, they're so mutated. I can't even reload them. Holy shit. The dagger. I could always use a dagger. Yeah, like this all mutated shit, man. Oh.
Okay, you talked about your D&D stuff. It's still work in progress. You want to continue the conversation about how certain groups function in D&D or other fantasy settings? Because I love that
certain
talk.
Groups that it was certain groups I run in D&D. It wasn't something that I fundamentally think every group should. Oh, species and 12. But yeah, no.
Chief.
Yeah.
Even so.
Yeah, go ahead.
A smart bandit is one that has good survival instincts. All right. If you don't have to fight, don't fight. Just get what you need and get the fuck out. In the bandit's life, greed kills.
Yep. Well, that's why most mutation, like most
mutations.
Most motherfuckers don't stick around when bandits are, you know, it's not uncommon for a bandit to kind of go, well, I'm not going to actually do anything against this guy because they don't want to risk killing people, because you start killing people in a big way, it becomes a problem. Like, bandits kill because they have no other choice unless you're of a certain alignment. Because of a certain alignment, you'll just kill to kill because you're fucking, you know, of that alignment, unfortunately.
Yeah, but let's say most games have bandits as like your first enemy that you fight as like level 1 adventurer or whatnot. Yeah, I say games both tabletop and video game.
Yeah.
But I often think to myself is like, yeah, it's a bandit, it's another guy. I understand it's not an ogre or an orc, but that's still another human, and I don't think he's as stupid as you think he is. Unless he has just run from the city just now. That guy probably knows a thing or two more than you. That's why I'm more of a fan of like the first monster in adventure fights is usually like pest control, like a giant rat or a giant slug. You know, things like that.
Why do you think goblins? Why do you think goblins are goblins are either the most feared or most dangerous creature? Are either the most like people laugh at goblins, or people like are absolutely terrified of goblins? It's like this. Oh, it's a couple groups of small goblins. We could take them. Oh, that's an actual like that goblin has a chief with them, an actual fucking like ordinance. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't give goblins enough credit for what they are.
No, they don't.
They very dangerous.
Yeah, especially if they can get you, if you can get them to, if you can make someone fall into your bullshit.
Yep, organize into anything.
Like if they get if they can lead you into traps and all this other type of stuff. Yeah, they're about as devious as kobolds. Like kobolds are fucking dangerous if you're not careful. Goblins are about as bad if you're not careful.
There's only one kobold I ever want to run into, and that's the ones that fall under metallic. Because at least they have a sense of good. Yeah, sure, they're still gonna take your money because their lord needs it, so to speak. But at least they're not gonna outright kill you. Now the chromatic ones, yeah, the chromatic ones don't give no shits. But the metallic kobolds are, I'd rather have to deal with them. Like, yeah, sure. Here's the last $5 I have. You know what I'm saying, Chief?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta keep in mind, most kobolds and other organizations like that, they'll actually help. They'll work with humans and shit. They have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
That's what makes goblins. On the other hand, goblins will work with anybody if you pay them. Like you can totally sway our group of goblins if you're smart. It all depends on how you decide to manipulate stuff.
And that's assuming their quote-unquote leader doesn't see through your stuff.
Yeah, well, no, like, there's nothing stopping you. Like, you got to be very careful with them, but you can negotiate with goblins. Goblins' alignment allows that type of negotiation. Orcs won't. Orcs are only
They follow the will of Grumpsh.
Well, they follow the will of power. Like they'll fight with, like, this is how evil alignment. This is why a lot of evil alignment wizards will have an army of orcs with them. There's a reason why. It's not that orcs are, but orcs actually look at this and go, "Oh, you actually have something, like, you're so strong and you can, like, guarantee my food safety, support, and stuff. Okay, we'll go under you. We'll follow your code." No rhyme and reason if you think about it. They don't have to, but they will just to be like, okay.
They're also very superstitious.
Yep.
It's like the moment you show an orc some magic that's lethal, they're gonna think twice.
Yep.
They're gonna do like a double take real quick.
Yeah, I've had orcs be fearless and orcs not be fearless. It all depends on the tribe.
Depends on if they have orders or not.
I run it based off the tribe mentality. Okay, what's this tribe? Who's this tribe? Back to a bandit.
So yeah, what side is scarier? You know, the adventurer wizard, or the wizard who's gave you the orders to kill said adventuring group?
Adventurers were always more terrifying than the actual thing. I will be right back. I gotta keep checking the filters on my
Oh, and he leaves. Look at him. Look at him leaving. Oh, man, Chief, you're an awful date, I'll tell you what. Man, what to do with this guy? Just up and leaving out of nowhere. To go check on something. Probably bounced and is gonna force me to pay for dinner. Ugh.
Sorry about that, Mark. I'm just checking the AC. It's the AC. If it's not the AC, it's the space heater. It's one of the two. I gotta make sure both certain things work in this apartment because, that last night the hose broke. The bottom part of the hose broke on my AC. So guess
man.
what I woke up to?
Water?
Yeah, I wasn't too happy about that. I kind of was like, well, I was going to clean my apartment anyway today. I guess I'm doing it now.
Okay. Well, at least he didn't dine and dash on me.
No.
That's a man got a filet mignon wrapped in bacon.
Not
Ain't
yet.
cheap.
Not yet. Later, though. No, but overall, like, it all depends on banditry is very interesting for that. You never know with the bandits. But back to our bandit talk. It all depends on what type of tribe and organization when it comes to orcs. Orcs are based off their thing. Like, some orc tribes are easy to control and sway. Some orc tribes are fucking dangerous, and they never not get dangerous, and they will continue to be dangerous. You got to be very careful with those groups.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, don't orcs stand like head and shoulders above a normal human?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what makes when you get a human guy who actually is able to take control of them. That's what makes that so amazing that they're able to pull that shit off.
Yeah. It's like the only time, unless it's like evil human wizard or human champion.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing that's human related that I've known to be a leader of orcs was like half orcs.
Yeah, half orcs are actually the way that's usually when you get into that weird possibility stuff, because we're moving on from the human bandits to actual like monster bandits, and that's how that kind of goes.
Yeah. Because like half orcs are more intelligent, and they got like something else going on that I forget.
Yeah,
more
they
tactically
can
minded.
Yeah, they have a higher intelligence, and they're also like a little smarter. They have a couple little traits. Grumsh is the whole idea. Grumsh has no problems, and I do mean no problems, operating on the mentality of, you want to do XYZ? Okay, well, you know what? Yeah, you set up with those people. They'll make you smarter, stronger. So a lot of orcs will actually go to their way to do certain things. No, it's not. It's just how it is.
Insert off-brand anime.
Yeah, it's just how it is. Like, they look at it from that perspective.
Remember, people, fantasy isn't as PG as you think it is. Goblins are worse.
They are.
At least the orc will ask you on a date.
Ask, horrifically do stuff. It's not uncommon for them to do that.
Yeah. But there's still the option, alright? If we're doing like that's actually a really good idea. Fantasy dating apps. It's like, how would each, I guess you'd say race do things? Would the high elf just leave you on unread or just swipe away?
No, high elf. There's a good chance a high elf wouldn't just leave you unread.
The wood elf would be a party girl.
Yep. That's the one that does the Moshkanosh.
Yep. The drow is the goth that'll stab you if you make her angry.
Yeah, about right.
The goblin is the creep.
Yeah, goblin is the creep. Just how a lot of some of these demi bandits work is usually based off a tribe basis.
Yeah. Well, we talked about kobolds. How would a chromatic kobold do things as a unit? They need to get something for the big red.
Usually they're about manipulation. That's all it is.
Okay.
They have no problem, and I mean manipulation. They have no problem going into a human town and going, "Hey, you know what? We like you. You're awesome. You're fun. Instead of destroying or attacking that village, we're just gonna go buy the fucking item that the Red Dragon wants. There you go." Not everyone wants to murder everybody right away. You know, they want to be smart about it, because then you get the danger of having pissing off the wrong guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like they like
I was saying, it's like
they're very
like red kobold banditry. I was like, oh, I wonder how they do things.
negotiations again.
Okay.
They actually they're not against negotiation. Like they're one of the few that don't. Goblins will try to manipulate the scenario. They'll try to sneak in. There's like 50 different things a goblin will do.
Hey, you rolled into our territory, so we have a right to shoot you.
Yep, that's how they operate. Yeah, they're shoot second mentality. Goblins, on the other hand, are more like that. Orcs are just about raiding. They will raid just to raid, and they'll raid to go more raiding, and they'll expand for more
Orcs, the OG Vikings of the fantasy universe.
Yep. Yep. Let's just talking about 5e. Now they're the Mexicans.
Yeah. I ain't too fond of that. As a Latino, I am not too fond of that. It's like orcs are like Anglo as shit.
Yep.
It was like Anglo-Germanic. They're supposed to be like the Gauls, the way the Romans saw them as barbarians.
Yeah, exactly. This is why I actually kind of hate how they've created things.
When you steer a ship, first you gotta know the direction it was originally headed, or else you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, they didn't ask the navigator where they're going, they just went. And now they're so far off course, I don't think anybody likes them anymore.
Yeah, that's about right too.
Remember, always consult your navigator. What is your selling point? What are the things that made you big? You know, treat your business like a trading ship. Bring supplies and other things from point A to point B. And it's been working for how many years? How long has Gary Gygax? Like, what was the first AD&D or whatnot?
Oh god, that was years ago. But Gary Gygax no longer exists on the level of like.
No, what was it, like 84, 86?
No, it was earlier than that. I think I'd have to look up what the first original chainmail came out. Make me go get my tablet. Hold on.
Even so,
It was in the 70s, I think. It was in the 70s or 60s, if I remember correctly, when chainmail came out. And that's like the first precursor.
All right. Yeah, that is a long time running because the 80s is 40 years ago.
Yeah, second ed was 80s. And that had some hand of Gary Gygax, but there was a lot of stuff that he didn't have a hand in because this was right around that time when he was doing other stuff. When did chainmail come out tabletop? Oh wow, it just I don't know what the fuck I put there. When did shit come out? That's what I actually put.
It thinks you're talking about chainmail, like the late 90s, early 2000s emails.
March 71.
March 1971?
Yep.
Okay, so that was about 50 years ago. A little over 50 years ago.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because if we were 2021, that would have been 70 years on the dot. Or 50 years on the dot, my bad. So this trading ship has been going to point A to point B for 50 years. And for 40 of those years, it was doing okay, actually rather 30, because once we started getting into like the late teens of the 20s, that's when things started falling apart. That's when you get like 4th edition and then 5th edition.
No,
and then they
it
kept
was,
changing shit.
2000s is when shit started kind of spinning out of control. Forget chain mail. Be a man. Be a man. Use the message of Pigeon. Hello, Pigeon. Welcome to the channel.
I like that. If you're hurt, don't call an ambulance. Be a man.
Yep.
I love those. She's so stupid.
That's a good one.
But yeah, for about 30 years then, the ship has been sailing solid. People have been loving it. Once we start getting into the
having issues, the Satanic Panic. Holy fuck, dude! No. Shit was.
I don't think she's picking up anything, so I'm just gonna move on.
You're talking about D&D, right? So yes, the ship was not righted, and it was actually in a lot of problems. We'll get into
Oh my
that.
fucking god! You don't fucking get it. You don't get it.
What are you talking about then?
The media can scorn anything they damn well please. The parents, they can scorn anything they damn well please. That has nothing to do with the actual buyers of the product. Not a goddamn thing. The fans are the ones buying the product, are they not?
Except for the books were fundamentally actually being kicked and removed out of shops and being set ablaze.
Really
What?
suck with metaphors.
That's not a metaphor. They actually did that. That's actually what happened some places.
Yeah, in some places.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. I hope the chat at least understands what I'm saying here, because the chief most definitely does not.
I do. I just don't agree.
Thank God you're bald, or else if it flew over your head, it'd snag your hair.
No, I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying that the fans held the system. Yes, I do agree with you. To a point, the fans did. But then you had other stuff, and then you had the fan rebellion that was 4th edition.
Carry on.
I always think.
You're no fun.
Well, I'm just saying that, like, you know, I agree with you, but there was like a lot going on. That's always kind of D&D has been a tabletop.
You know, jokes can also be a half truth, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
D&D has always been kind of a double-edged sword when it came to a lot of stuff, which is bullshit in my personal opinion. I think Dungeons and Dragons is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's no system that has ever made like when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, there's been no effective perfect system. That's been going good. And again, one of these days we do have to talk about the Satanic Panic, but that's going to be an episode where I don't know how much I can get away with, because that was, holy shit, was that fucked up, that period.
Okay, you worry ward, we get it. But yeah, of course, not every product's going to be for everybody. It's like, yeah, that's why we have different editions. It's just nowadays they're trying to get rid of the old editions.
Yeah.
By any means.
Yeah, and that's
this goes with any other product. Hey, did you like what was it? Was it the barbecue ranch Doritos?
Yes.
Hey, remember when you liked the barbecue ranch Doritos, or my personal favorite, the midnight cheeseburger? They don't have those anymore. Not at least in the US.
Oh, you can buy them, but you have to get them off a scalper for $1,000.
Exactly, and they're probably rotten by the time you get them, probably stale. But you get the point I'm making here. It's
yeah,
like they got rid of them, and they're trying to remove the things that you actually enjoyed. I'm not going to continue on with this because too much talking, too much thinking. I'm done.
Okay. No, that's the thing, and you know, my feeling towards a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to D&D, it all depends on the variables. Like, there's so many different things with the, like, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with some of the stuff that Dungeons and Dragons has gone up with. Like, it's a fascinating story, the whole Gary Gygax thing, especially the drugs and the all that insanity. Because Gary had a lot of drugs that he was going through at certain times. So it's like it got so insane with some of the stuff that came out for Dungeons and Dragons. And then, like I said,
I want to thank you, Shadow Man. Bob gets it. Yes, thank you. I see you. I see it, man. I definitely see it. See what you have to put up with.
Yeah, you know.
This fucking guy.
Yeah. So, back to the story. Back to the tales of different races and what they do in banditry. Like, a tribe of orcs can be around for a while. Like, it's funny because the way the orcs work in Dungeons and Dragons, it's not uncommon for that troop of orcs that you ran into like 2 years ago. They're not the same orcs. Like you could have a tribe get completely annihilated for whatever reason, disease, famine, or other stuff, and then like another tribe took its place and is now living there, like living in the exact same spot, the exact same thing. You know, it's like this kind of constant with the funny thing of their race, man. Like orcs are notorious for, hey, that guy's no longer there, this guy's here, that guy's here, or that guy's there. You know, it's one of those things. It's like a double-edged sword. So big one on one end, Bob. Are you excited for our big thing we're going to be doing with the Star Trek? Because Star Trek 60 is coming up.
We're doing what? What are we doing? Star Trek?
Star Trek 60, the 60th anniversary of Star Trek, when OG Star Trek came out.
I don't have, I guess you'd say, any ties to Star Trek necessarily. This would probably be more of like a you and a DJ Ronnie thing.
Yeah, I figured that'd probably be where she's going. I don't know how, like, we're going to be having fun that day, that's for sure, though. Now,
I'll set my phaser to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, most likely. Well, you get to have fun because you should be able to have the reviews so you can have comparisons to Babylon 5.
If I ever get like a moment to put my voice in, yeah. When it goes to Star Trek, you guys go off.
Yeah, I get you.
Wonder if Reggie and I could, I don't know, do something on the side while you guys are just yapping to each other. And I'll play a game of tic-tac-toe with them.
No, we're going to talk about a lot. We'll be talking about Babylon 5. We got a bunch of stuff. Today was a quiet day. I figured today was going to be one of those really quiet, like I wasn't even. I'll be honest, Bob. I was like, there was a debate because we had already kind of talked about the stuff yesterday. I wasn't 100% sure if we were going to run today. It's like, yeah, but no, we still got some fun stuff to talk about, and there's some good trailers coming out. So yeah. So other than that, Bob, is there anything else on the agenda for you, good sir?
Nothing relating to the pop culture that we have. I don't have any new review news for anybody.
Okay, what about the whole ChatGPT controversy that just kind of came out recently?
What controversy?
Alrighty, this is an interesting one. So, this is kind of funny. So a bunch of influencers, guys like us. Well, I don't know if we could call ourselves influencers. I would say we're more shock
bad
jock.
influence.
Yeah, we're more shock jock radio, to be perfectly fucking honest. I'm just not as political as Razor.
I hate that word. I hate it so much.
Yeah. So
such an audacious term for a guy that makes videos, and I say that being on a thing that will become a video.
Yeah. We're not essayists like some people. So.
Did I ever show you that Native American meme?
Yes, you did.
Okay, yeah. A white man has been here. How do you know? Video essay.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. No, my thing that's kind of amusing. Can I repair this? Nope. The big thing that's going on with this is they got a bunch of people to go, and where do they go? Now remember, data sensors are actually kind of problematic. They do have some issues. Like, I mean, it is a multi-billion-dollar industry that has absolutely nothing at this moment. That's the best way to put it. We're not 100% sure if it's going to give us or do anything really valuable for us, but it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. That has its own problems.
It's its own thing because, are you saying it's suspicious that they made the money? Or I'm trying to pick up what you're putting down here.
What I'm putting down is it's very suspicious, as in, you have a group of people who fundamentally made a lot of ganache, and now they're like doing so they're doing this big influencer thing where a bunch of these people showed up at like this super resort. Like, I mean, it's like one of the most expensive resorts, and so all these YouTubers and influencers were legitimately sitting here going, check out the new place we have, ha 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 ha, and now people are pissed. So we got an army of very angry human beings with very upset that these people went there. So some people are wait. videos. Yes, ChatGPT went to a resource center. Now, you know how the environment...
No. I'm trying to... They're mad at these people staying at a place? Is that what I'm getting here?
They're mad that these influencers put the big cash into the site, into this lake. Like, they went to this nature resort. Like, it was like a kind of a cross between a nature and resort place. It had that, catch-22 type of thing.
They're mad at them for going to a place.
Yep.
So what? Get bent. So what? Your favorite person went to a place that you don't like. I can understand, certain situations, like obviously don't be going to fucking St. James. But it's like, this is what, a resort? Okay. It's a resort.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't gonna get mad at me if I go to fucking Great Wolf Lodge or some shit.
Well, it depends.
Hey man, hey. I am proud at the fact that I became a #1 Magi in the Magi Quest game, alright? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, that was the coolest thing at Great Wolf Lodge, is, it actually got you out of the room and go do some, pretend to be a wizard.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff for Great Wolf Lodge. But the idea of these guys having there's a fascinating thought process with these schmucks doing what they did. It's like, well, they are purposely very, there are some really angry human beings right now that freaked out over these influencers showing up at this big ChatGPT thing. And now, some of them are like, oh, but it's like, buddy, you knew, how did you not know this was going to happen? I knew if you go to a place where a lot of people are pissed off and you go to some super and they basically have them. They pay for your super rich fucking resort. What, you didn't think people would be mad about that? Like, fuck me, you know?
You know, if you're an influencer, unless you are paid or contractually obligated, you are not beholden to kiss their feet. You can give your honest review when your vacation is done. Do people forget about that?
Yep.
I'm one of those guys is like, you could show me the entire fucking smoke show, but I'll still see between the lines, and I'll still have a smiling face. Moment I'm out, I'm gonna give you people my honest word on it. What I thought of it. See, this is one of those rare times where I say it's good to wait. It's like forcing people to wait would be a good thing, because now we have people flipping tables and breaking windows. Metaphorically, I'm not saying they're literally doing it. Metaphorically, they're losing their minds. They're going absolute bananas over this. But this would have been one of those times.
Though that's the question that I always come to in this scenario. It's like, when haven't they been like getting
exactly up? This leads into my point. It's like, this is one of those times where I say, you know what, make these people wait. All right, do a video essay if you have to. Okay, do it to where it's like, I remember being invited to this, but wait till you figure out what I found out and all that stuff. You know, just gussy it up, make it a whole show. You know how video essays are. So it's like, you have the initial thing, you talk about the rooms and all that, and then like later in the video you give like your true opinion on it. Like, what do you think this thing actually was?
Like, the thing about it is, the thing that kind of made me laugh is like, I know what, we all kind of know what it was about. Like, this was just, you know, these were people that were going to try to sell this idea of, oh, you know, A, B, and C is, you know, here to enjoy the show. It's like, yeah, but you paid for A, B, and C. How's it valuable? ABC didn't go hunt you down. ABC was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this shit. You know, like, I'm gonna go do something else. Go ahead.
Is the thing, if they paid for my resort, I'm still gonna go. Because that's just one less business expense. At the end of the day, what is this influencer job? It's a business.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like this small act of goodwill by a big corporation. If it was an act of goodwill by another influencer, you know, like another YouTuber who wanted to do a collaboration and have you there, it would be a lot more respect. But this is a corporation at the end of the day. So, what's the point I'm trying to make here? I don't feel withholden to be nearly as nice as I would be if a guy, you know, called me up and say, hey, you want to do a video together, you know?
Yeah, I got you. I see.
Because in the business world, this is a ploy. It's like, you get the people who have the most, I guess you'd say, followers, fans, those that could send the message the loudest. You get those people and you treat them like royalty. Yeah. And in the process of treating them like royalty, because paying for their hotel rooms and all that, that is a minor expense in the grand scheme.
That truly is.
It's a minor expense, and it's a great way to get your foot in the door, have a lot of people talking about you, and they're more likely to talk better about you. This is how corporate suits think. They're more likely to talk better about you because you paid for everything. You treated them like royalty. You absolutely pampered them. All I could see is like some fat cat in a suit and a fedora smoking a cigar.
Well, it was interesting for me was just the level of, like, okay, guys, are you seriously, like, is this the hill? Oh, yeah, this is the hill. Shit, okay.
Talk about a mountain out of a molehill.
It really is, and that's what kind of makes me laugh in the end. It's like, it's always the same thing.
We ain't surviving a zombie apocalypse. That ain't happening.
Yep.
Oh man, people cannot keep their cool for 5 seconds. And I understand, I'm the same way. I'm one of those guys that wants info and I want it now. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Chief, the one time YouTube went out, I'll be honest, I was like, I need to know when it's back up.
Yep,
All right,
I remember
because at the end of the day, we're both doing a small business here. You know, we're selling shirts, we're selling all these things. My brain's going with that. I could care less if I can't watch videos on YouTube. I care more about me, the other guys who work with, being able to do what they enjoy, doing their job, so to speak.
Yeah, I see ya. I see what you're saying.
That's why I always push for info.
Yeah.
But you ain't wrong. If the internet died yesterday, people would probably be rioting in the street by now.
Oh, there'd be.
Hell, they'd probably be lopping each other's heads off. I wouldn't put it past them. They're absolutely losing their shit. Be witch hunts.
Oh yeah, I could see it. There'd be some
we think ourselves civilized. No, we're still just animals.
No, we're only civilized until that one day when there's no variables to be civilized. Once that happens, it's over. Oh, there we go. Regular close. Okay, so I gotta stabilize some wounds here. Damn it. We're not doing good here. I'm gonna have to. Hope that worked. Probably not. I'm in constant bleed right now. But no, it's funny to watch them kind of people get upset over this because I'm like, I'm honestly of the opinion, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the opinion I've been holding this whole time when you're trying to explain it. It's like, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. There's no reason to be angry. I'm trying to find why people are angry. Now, with like the college stuff that was happening over in London, Britain, I don't understand why the people with those degrees would be angry. I'd absolutely understand that. Because now your shit's null and void and you're hundreds, if not thousands, in debt.
Yeah, exactly.
That I'd understand. But this, oh no, my favorite influencer that I have a parasocial relationship with went to a place that supports something I don't like. Boo fucking who? It's the same thing that happened with FNAF. Five Nights at Freddy's, I shit you not, this actually relates. The creator, Scott Cawthon, any money that he gets, be it from the fans or any other source, is his own to do with. But people were mad at him because he donated to a political party that they were opposed to. Who gives a fuck? It's his own choice. That's his money now. Alright, the act of giving somebody money is not as strong as you people believe it to be. Just because you give somebody money, you don't have room to tell them what to do. You're not some mafia don. Alright, you're not a loan shark. You don't have goons in the back that they can... Yeah! Oh, dude, I'm getting heated. I can't speak. You do not have the power that you think you have.
Nope. A lot of people forget that. No, these influencers, like even the idea of this like becoming a big complaint over people. I'm like, really? This is where you want to go with this?
I'm still gonna. Tom McDonald was so prolific, even when he wrote that line. Get bitter issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. I love that line so much.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah, keep bumping my mic. Hope it's not messing anything up.
No, I haven't heard anything, any no complaints on our end.
Okay. I'm not used to having a little mouthpiece with a headset. I'm used to the Skull Candies where it has a little box on the earbuds. Like down the wire a little bit.
Oh, I see.
But the one benefit of a headset is I can actually lounge and relax because, well, the microphone's right at my face at all times. I don't have to worry about the little microphone box and the earbuds resting against my chest that now sounds awful.
Oh, we're dead. Came close, but my ammo ran out. Yeah, I'm done. I'm missing and my ammo ran out. It's over.
Now,
Yeah,
Chief, do you think it's not just a sheep mentality, but do you think it's monkey brain?
Yes, it is.
Because you could have something more tragic happen, but people are going to focus on the thing that's less of a tragedy. It's weird because you're always told tragedy, gets clicks. The worst thing that happens in the news, the more eyes will be on it. And that's why the news only focuses on negative things. Ever notice why some kid doing a fundraiser that did so well is only like a 5-second blurb compared to, I don't know, some slasher?
Yep. That's always been like that though. Like we human nature, man. Like we're all kind of notorious for that mentality, that animalistic mentality that we've always kind of kick around. Like people are always bad for that type of like thought process.
True. Yeah, what do you call it?
Just the way it is. But I think we're gonna call it tonight. Like, yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, we like I said, I figured this might end early because we got through everything really fast.
We did. This is the Orc War Chief Reviews any % speed run.
Yeah, this was a speed run tonight. Yeah, we got through everything tonight, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Like, subscribe, and we're gonna see you guys on the next one. Wednesday's gonna be fun because we're gonna have our Star Trek conversations. We're gonna have some fun. We'll figure out some stuff. Maybe I'll get some Star Trek games up and running. We'll have some more reviews for you guys. We'll have a lot more fun. All right, have yourselves a very good night, guys, and we'll see you next time on Orc War